Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Will Reichert has it all teed up. And away we go at the link. Tompkins now to return. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 18, Pioneer. Ready.
Here's a give up the middle. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
70 range.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. His first throw is an interception. And the Texans force the turnover on the first series of this game. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
All right.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right, they love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
On play action, here's Stroud. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Reichert there to tack on the extra point. And the Texans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Tompkins now to return. It's an excellent return, but he gets popped at the end of it. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Completed over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. They'll throw on 1st. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They're throwing it. Hit some space around midfield. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Motioning one of the tight ends. Finds him over the middle. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
Buffalo 18. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Here's 2nd and 11. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Sack.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He has the catch, but no, he can't get down in bounds. Oh, Brock, it was nearly a touchdown, but they're going to say it's incomplete.
Hey, I understand why this crowd and these fans were celebrating a touchdown, but not so fast. Catch, that looked good, but you got to get both feet down, too.
On the set.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Stephanie.
He'll look to throw. Escapes the pocket. Complete beyond the marker. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Kickoff taken at the 3. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Uno. Out of the play.
Blown back gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
2nd and 3 now. They send the tight end in motion. From the 34. He's on the move. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. From the gun, Stroud has him on the quick hitter. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Working quickly here. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Cooper DeJean with the stop.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 now. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That's the end of one. Both teams... Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They've got a first to begin the frame. The running back gets it on the draw.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a first down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Here we go.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Warrior 70. 19 Lions. Go.
They'll throw it. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Let's go.
Here's a throw. Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. And the Texans will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, first and 10.
Here we go.
Stroud off the play fake. Buying some time right. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have third and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Here he is to throw on third and 2. He has the first over the middle. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's first and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Fits it through the middle. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans parlay the interception into points. Reichard on for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Texans break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive.
Will Reichert as their kickoff.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Has this at the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
18, Pioneer. Come on. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Running back sent in motion.
Ready.
They'll throw to begin this drive. He beams one deep right side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So that brings up 2nd down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
70 ready.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's trying another one deep. Big gain downfield. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles make it a one-score game before halftime. Moody knocks that extra point through. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Over.
Throwing from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. On play action, here's Stroud. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Stroud. He puts some power on a deep one left. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The Texans set to punt. And this will be his first effort of the contest. His work begins at the 31. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. Good return here of 19 yards. And the Eagles will take possession. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Set. Dragon 60. Go.
Throwing it to start this drive. Chased out to his right. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think more than ever, QBs today are so good at doing this, Kate, buying himself enough time and actually finding a target downfield. Just this time, he couldn't quite make that connection.
70. Stop below 18. Hut, hut.
2nd and 10 now. He throws a bullet deep to the right. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Texans might be able to get some points late after the interception.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life, really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block, and then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see. He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play, felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did. And he simply has to get rid of it.
Stroud to throw again on second. Cut out left. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half.
Jake Moody to kick off.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Putting a receiver in motion. From the 28. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And that one's incomplete. For now, it brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run 3rd down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up 4th down. On now comes their punter. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. And this one skips out of bounds and will be marked inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Go, Reed, go. Here we go, set. Ready.
We'll have him gain about a handful there. Tuipulotu in for the tackle. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
60 Maverick.
Back to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
He's going to push one deep down the... He's got it inside the 25. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. This he goes for 36. And that's a Philadelphia first down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 19. Has him on the quick hitter. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Okay,
3rd and 4 coming up now.
19 Lions. Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready?
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. We send a man in motion. Forced out to his right. Dump off caught by his back. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Go.
And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. They only managed 1 on that carry. Now they're going to have 3rd and goal from the 5.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Set.
Looking to throw it this time. That heater is going to fall to the turf. Looking for the back that time. So now they're left with 4th and goal. Here's Jake Moody for the field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is if the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
All right.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st down, ball at the 36. Back-to-back carries here. And he's got a chunk of yards as we've reached the end of 3. So we're through 3 here. It's the Texans in possession of it, needing to preserve that lead over one final quarter. Second and 3 now.
All right.
Handoff now from the gun. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Handoff running left, forward. And it's a really nice gain on the reverse. That call came at the perfect time. It's a pickup of 11. And it sets up a Houston first.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back into the pocket for a later occasion.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Stroud off the play fake. Cut near the goal line. And he pushes all the way to the goal line, but gonna be out at the 1. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
All right.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
19 Texans.
He gets another shot here. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Texans now lead by 10. Reichard on for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans drive their lead to 11.
Eagles 17. Will Reichard to kick off.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. From his own end zone, here we go. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Ready? Hot, hot.
Airing it out to start this drive. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. 1st and 10, looking to throw. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Set up. 19 tight. 19 tight. Set up.
Back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Man in motion here. Here he is on 3rd and long. He beams one deep right side. He's got it deep downfield. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles now within 1 score in the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
A big spot for the Eagles now as they go for two. And they get the two-point conversion. He's in the lead, only a field goal now. So we're down to a three-point game, and now gonna try to get it back in pursuit of a game-tying field goal. And the Texans secure that kick, no problem. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he can do like we just saw.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a play that won't pop on the stat sheet, but the players and coaches won't forget about it, I promise you that. Coaches will file that one away the next time they really need to pick up a few yards.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Texans holding on to a field goal lead. Ball at the 33 for first down.
Over.
They give it to him again. Room to run inside the 20. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans make it a 9-point advantage. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Reichard there to tack on the extra point. And the Texans make it a 10-point ball game. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Tompkins now to return. And look at this return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Tracking 60. Tag. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Check go.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Escapes out to the left. He can run it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. And that played good enough for a first. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for an Eagles first down. They go play action here. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Texans are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
I don't know how many you could have next to you, Kate, that have been in this spot before, okay? I have thrown 5 interceptions in the game, and happened to be our rivalry game back in college. It was one of the most humbling, horrific experiences of my life. Please, Coach, take this player out. We do not need to see another interception added to his ledger.
Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Another carry for him. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Eagles loading up the secondary. Dime look coming, 3rd down. 4 running to the right. And their creativity not rewarded. He's only able to get this back to the line. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. They'll send out the punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. That goes as a punt of 43 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Catch is made down the right sideline. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. 1 play in, and already they're close to midfield.
Go.
They'll throw on 1st. Trying to push it deep downfield. Brought in inside the 20. And he gets this forward to the 19.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Here we go.
Throwing it again here. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Texans capitalize on yet another interception thrown in this game.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. And you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
So that's
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life, what I need.